so to come for the games and football in Arizona.
Boulevard is excited to offer a chance to theater, barbecue, and baseball experience in Kansas City. It's a fan's dream. Scan the QR code now or go to boulevard.com/baseball and theater and win a trip to Kansas City or VIP jewelry. Left field. Third baseman, number 6, John. Center fielder, number 3, second baseman, number 2, Otto City. Leading off the Royals, the third baseman, number 12, repeating an announcement from earlier, the owner of Chrysler of Indiana, FL 893 AAA, please report your vehicle. The engine is running in parking lot number 1. A grand your bonfire craft house and kitchen house grill is located owned and operated and the neighborhood restaurants for family and other customers to the Walmart. Local. Now pitching for the Rangers, number 25, Jose.
My wife and I have a tradition of going to spring training. 11 years. Yeah.
Visit the brand new baseball lesson location in Centerville for your surprise ticket. Baseball lesson is a premium quality event that celebrates the tradition and history of baseball with top quality apparel. Make sure to check out baseball lesson at Centerville today. And it's time for the Irish USA Hockey Fan Today. USA headquarters here in Squires and manufacture products in the wide range.
So, summary of day one?
Good, positive. Good to get back out there. Obviously, a little shaky in the first inning, but it's going to happen. Just trying to get out there, get my work in, make sure everything works. Obviously intensity's up a little bit, so I want to make sure everything's where I want it as far as cues and all that. Felt great.
Are you trying to throw a splitter this spring, son?
I'm not.
You're not. Okay. I thought somebody told me that.
It was an idea, and
it's an idea that went nowhere. Okay,
it went nowhere. Exactly.
You didn't throw any today.
I did not.
The idea of what do you take out of that first inning? I mean,
I think pitching from behind is a lot harder than pitching from ahead. So, that's the one thing we talked about between innings is, the guys that I got ahead of, I got out pretty handedly. The guys that I fell behind, I made it a little harder on myself. So, those are things that, especially early in camp, we're trying to eliminate throughout, through the end of camp, so it doesn't happen, when the games start meaning something. So, just trying to get ahead as many guys as possible and
clockwise, any
get
thoughts?
rolling. I liked it. I liked the pace of play. I liked, I went and chased the foul ball to the dugout, and they didn't start it until I got back to the back of the rubber. So I think it's good. I think I was caught with a runner on base once where we had 1 second left, and I had to get it going. But and we've been practicing with it. It's not my first time seeing it. We've had it in bullpens. We've had it in live BPs. I think we had it a little bit last year when I was in Round Rock. So it's just something new. Everybody's change is always going to make some people uncomfortable, and but yeah, I felt good with it.
Did you throw a lot of sliders? It felt like you were throwing a whole lot.
Good amount. I think it was working the best today. I commanded it probably better than my fastball. Able to get back into the count there with Isbell with 2 back-to-back sliders and then put him away with a fastball. So, I wouldn't say any more than usual. That's a good pitch for me. It always has been. So, yeah.
What was the pitch to Vinny?
It's a fastball. It's fastball up. 2-0. Good hitters hit bad pitches, and again, you fall behind a guy 2-0 and give him a cookie. He's going to do his job and put it where it's supposed to go. So,
dumb question, but since we're on rules changes and all that other stuff, and
yes.
On the pickoff throw, anything new, different, just an errant throw?
It's an errant throw. Yeah, first, had to get that one out of the way, right? Just yanked it a little bit, trying to be a little bit too aggressive. I know Witt's a very good runner, and just tried to do a little bit too much there.
In all the fielding drills you guys have done, have you worked? I know how stupid this is going to sound, but have you guys literally worked on pickoff throws?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So throw-overs.
Oh yeah, we've been throwing the bases, pickoffs, everything. Oh yeah.
As far as the other thing, the shift, do you think that'll help you or be a problem?
I hope so. I hope it helps. You know, I think we have kind of an emotional tie to getting a ground ball to a traditional position when the shift's on, and those hurt a little bit more. But I think overall the shift probably helped us out just as much as it hurt us. You know, now we're more traditional. We're limited a little bit on the shift, obviously. So we'll see. I hope it helps. You know, I hope it helps our guys on offense as well and score some runs.
To swing the bat. Is that your approach to early spring training this year? Now that you're a silver slugger?
You know, maybe. You know, you got to see the ball, all right? When you take live ABs or whatever it is, you really only see 25 to 30 pitches. It's hard to go into this game and take any weight from the process when you really haven't seen a big sample size out of a competition setting. So, I don't know. It worked out pretty good last year just having a go, but then we kind of had to circle the horses again in May and refigure out how to play baseball. So if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. But, yeah, this is a pretty good camp. It'll be a good time.
Have you, in live BPs, have you taken the bat off your shoulder?
I swung yesterday, yeah.
Okay.
I swung yesterday, and it felt pretty mindless, and I swung at some really good pitches above my head. But, you know, other than that,
But,
yeah.
I mean, this is a significant part of who you are, right, Nate?
Yes.
Learning as much what you don't want to swing at.
Correct. Yeah, you have to control the strike zone. If you can't control the strike zone, this game's really hard. And if you play a results-oriented game in spring training, it's really hard. So we have to commit to the process and be confident in what we're doing.
Was there a difference last year in spring versus 21 in terms of, like, what your approach was?
Yes. Last year it was just come out hacking, and then if the ball winds up where it's supposed to, then we're in a good spot because we didn't have the time to see the ball, you know. We just had to show up and play. I don't remember how many weeks of games we had, 2 or 3, right?
2.
3, something like that. But, yeah, it's now with a full slate, we have a little freedom to kind of operate how we want.
Perfect. And so you felt like last year you got a little bit over-aggressive and then had to dial it back?
Maybe not dial it back, but just be a little more committed when it's time to start playing for real.
Okay.